Everyone was say we joining na o share KOFI TV so. The interview ayeye de wo ho enie. Say when you interview ayeye ho a, bomodin a na share fato wo so ma adofo enhu na wo mmra mehwe bi. Enu achi no say o share e wo YouTube so a like interview no e wo like button no eso. Enu achi no share ma adofo enya kwan enhwe bi. Sa wonka KOFI TV abusua no ho a Mesra say obe click the subscribe button no e kokko ai wo corner ho sa subscribe button no click so uwia adoma bi wanchan ho click sa adoma no so eka ho de ye ne say adoma no e ma brebia ye de video beto YouTube ha no onya kwan etumi ehunu e ma prompt e ka kire wo say KOFI the video ato ho subscribe no so de ye ne say e ma obeka KOFI TV abusua no ho na brebia ye live a watumi anya bi ahwe sa wo hwe e wo YouTube a Shannon so say your interview no do no aye e Facebook and sana ye de at YouTube and into no Facebook one say opese joining ye na otumi bi share live e wo ha de obaye ne say hwehwe KOFI TV e Facebook na click e follow and say like your page no ye call live bi a e be send o prompt and say be mo hu na send o message say KOFI e live na watumi a join ye de tell say Minya complaints bebre obi se KOFI interview we no mani je ho obi se we no mani enye ho ye tene se de wani enye ho no obi ani age ho ena de wani je ho nso no obi ani enye ho me obi a me pe jollof pa eni nti no se minya jollof da bia nka me pe nenso enye me ena me satisfy na me ye restaurant nti me banku kakra ma ye jollof kakra na ma ye mutu kakra da bia me de aduane nyina agu ho a me hwe de omanfo di pa no ma no enu bebre enti no interview ayeye a wani gye ho no eye abehwe ne yenya views bebre na ma yenhunu se no na wani gye ho efise wosom na ye de esom wo enti se ba ne se kum chacha interview no wani gye ho a yehunu se kum chacha ba na nkofo hwe ne bebre me yehunu se o kum chacha adofo pese esom wo mu dodo enti be mo kum chacha bebre se Avram ne yede aba no wani gye Avram ho ne yede ba bebre na behwe anaka se o omanfo ani gye Avram de ne ho bebre ye bekọ so de ama se ka me nko anka bia da bia anka me de presby sofo ne ba betena so nenso enam se enye me nko anemum omanfo na me so ntino me hwe na me de ama o se de etie.
Program is brought to you by
Visit Cap Farm today.
Brain X syrup. Emma mofra adwini mapomuden SCP esita
Omama Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't mommy be here.
KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Slam Technologies.
The whole computer school wow teachers no wa botre no betimi a kyerɛ wa eno ani Slam Technologies.
Fly Ethiopian Airlines, the new spirit of Africa, a Star Alliance
Nest Trading Agency.
We are the best.
Tap send.
Tap send. Charlie, me say menyeja ho. Me say tapo na send.
Rice pudding.
I build the bibia wo.
GhanaMatch.com.
Ghana Mats away. So I'm going to know the so man.
Hello, everyone. The list of nominees for the Ghana Music Awards USA tour is out. You can now vote for your favorite artist and nominees. Please vote online via www.gmaus.votinghubgh.com. Or if you live in Ghana, you can vote on any mobile network. Just text *714*66#, then enter their voter ID. Wait and follow the prompt to complete your voting. You can also vote on Facebook. Simply log on to our Facebook page at Ghana Music Awards USA, then click to join the Ghana Music Awards USA voting group. After approval, begin to scroll down and click on the link for your favorite artist to cast their vote in their categories. It's very simple and easy. Now the question is, who will make history at the grand finale? Who wins the ultimate Artist of the Year, both in Ghana and in America?
Adonko Ghana Music Awards USA 2021.
Celebrating our culture, music, and our stars.
This event is sponsored by Angel Group of Companies, producers of Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, Angel Broadcasting Network, Lodican Home Care LLC, Van Dash LLC, Alcare Skincare Mixture, Swag of Africa, Video Partners.
Hey, this is what's the answer?
Enti, no. What an ass.
You dear, I'm ready to point up Pilatana. Young and Moja, and there we had the actual work. And a Mother's Day, I was a friend, was some Debbie man. Suma! Stamma Pilato!
Hello!
Yedi came from what I say. No one can say, come from Margina for Mother's Day. 65%, you know, a good swap to him, because he was soon here. Wow! To Mamma for Sunday.
Digital chaos. Did you see? I don't have a phone. Bassing. Coca me man for. Send me. Shimra. One sort of mammy. And now one shame no yam this easy. Utati! He said, Kafa. I'm gonna easy. Come on, Doro.
You go somewhere, Homari so.
Jaso.
And I'm Maria and Super so and who didn't come up.
Obapu Maria. Santa Maria.
Nani ankwa no kan una na ho sa den den. Anzo we make say we slave print.
Kafa Sati Mama promo. Shawu Mami. Still 65% off.
Namo ajo amo akwaba edewaba KOFI TV so enwumre ba bedi enkomo afa o my Ghana ho issues bi aba request no aba pi se epese enya very deep analysis ewo sa issues yi ho enenti ene Tuesday deep talk yene opening Farouk AL-WAHAB ene ba bedi enkomo international diplomatic consultant eno achi no eba security firm a waben ewom osan represent amaya hodo bi ewo my Ghana mu se enamusini enti eba Israel ne Chad nsensem asisi wo hoya obetumi aboyam yate ase the governance knowledge awo yebehwe excavators ayehye no ewo Ghana afana bi yebedi ho komo at the same time tolerance level ewo Ghana with respect to religion ene in schools no sen ena ete any other issues yedin nyina egu apaso se ebabedi ho enkomo enwumre nti bomodin ana pa akunwa na tenase na hwe yen se wo hwe ewo Facebook a yemo akwaba wo hwe ewo YouTube na se obaye ya live no awia enye problem check a video description ho ubehunu se yachiche topics no mu o click ebia so ebe lead straight to the specific topic opese utumi ehwe ebia we need time to watch the whole length na etumi aboa sanso na tap send I dey send sika ba fie ko bank account mu na afie send bi ko phone so no o check video description ho no anso a ubehunu link na ho ebetumi amwa download na obisa o promo code bo KOFI TV ehye ho ebe mo ma chew £5 free na watumi ayusu app no sanso na maremfi ghanamat.com ko hosisi a na ko provisions utumi standing order to obosumi bia provisions a opese de brebusuafo ofie no na wo mo de abre wo mo wo ho ani afre o yensa aka onema no na ebi adwuma mu stress into refikra no a na eyini nyina e de afri ho ko site no na search na obehunu niema pia ewo ho a ebetumi aboa enenti memo akwaba na ma introduce se we enkomo na wani je ho ne bia na wa hye ama onua bi enya bi ahwe se we enya de wani je ho no a as usual mesress ubesave data no ye de wani je ho eba na watumi ahwe bi aja memo akwaba ampombo ko de
we can't complain.
How do you keep young?
I keep young by eating less, and I keep young by sleeping less. I don't sleep much. My longest sleeping time is no longer than 5 hours a day. I mean, that's my nature. So maybe that has a role to play.
No, sleep.
Show your research. I don't believe that. I mean, rest more, sleep more. But we all have different body systems, and then also so while some people they need to sleep longer, sometimes my longest sleeping night, the whole night is no more than 4 hours. And whoever knows me, my kids can testify to this. You'll be a meeting with that. I can sleep very deep 2 hours, but then I wake until the next day. I can go 48 hours. That's it, and I eat very less. I eat once a day, every 24 hours. This is a midday and at 12 o'clock. Church now 12 o'clock and I'm eating.
Hey.
That's my nature.
Me name how long wo did it? But I just say or no there. We did just short. Say once a day. But me, I don't know. Me name if that is a good thing or a bad thing or more medical way. No, to me, ede munchemu ede abana yati asiye. Was it okay? And if you think say the best thing to do as to eat, no, maybe say just to my viewers, no, ube to me ede input ede aba. Wait me the input no ede abana but until once a day any me
a banku fan
Wukom banku
me a banku fan I feel a food that I eat all year long rice and light soup. That's the only thing. I don't eat yam. I don't know how to eat plantain. Mindi said you and cocoa yam bibi sa minim bibi emu biedi. I have not eaten it. If I have maybe once in maybe in 5 years, but generally me do only 2 foods. But basically in everything, every time, bread is the third food. I would say and only bread, banku and rice. I don't eat anything apart from these things. Or many other things. I'm not a meat person too.
One check yes the mic the volume no low. One check emfa emame because okay. I think sir one check it more way no probably I will say be please check his sound.
Hope it's not here.
Yes, I think
is it better now?
And he say sleeping or secret too.
Well, maybe that is me personally, but may advise say, and as I'm not advocating for say or being tried that it could be dangerous for the person, but me personally, that is how maybe I'm created. And I would say it helps and it benefits me to some extent. But my sleeping time per day doesn't exceed 5 hours throughout the year.
Doesn't exceed 5 hours?
No, and every day 4, 5. I can sleep 2 hours and then that's it for the night.
But I don't know.
Oh, it's true.
No,
this madam for be onim maybe.
No, I mean can't say true, but as to say a good thing no na make us say I don't know.
Because we say bad na Bianca and Bianca may have mesusu. Minim Dr. Cry obit magazi wa Jimisika because I've come there for semi arena me by hospital. I don't also go to hospital. And I'm taking medications also.
Very soon you be videos be very disturbing videos. Excavators ay twaja atumu a yes no. Eja demu bu ne nyina ne se say aban no say soja for enko wuremu na excavators e ho no yan hyehyɛ bia ene yete ye na kediamfu a eno dem esu womo a womo frame free amanone enam say womo wo license na akoba say ahye womo excavators afre womo esu Ghana for nso a ebo womo nsem say aban no ayade enso ebo womo nsem say more fire more fire mo hye no more fire. Measures here every that angle with respect to mining, as you say, abano asanya to so sa ebio a fano galamsey and 2 excavators are yes no. Abra you so yedin komona no obahwe obehunu videos ni bi said the excavators no e jedem na ba ko a obehu no ne bo $100,000 and yes no dwirebe. Me say mining generally galamsey abana to susa meka yedi hu komo kakra but this is another step abana asen to asoja fo asen akwa ya sha excavators.
Is that the solution?
That is the proposed solution, Abba.
It is not a workable solution, with all due respect. Kofi, Ghana, among other mineral resources here, of course, gold is the most predominant one. You're mining. Your other mineral resources in the earth. But Ghana, you can't mine what comes to mind generally is gold. Diamond is not too popular, but gold is there. Obianim say mining gold. But I've said on this your program, Eda, Namesa Kabium say, last 100 years, Ghana as a country emerging from Gold Coast, Edibedu, Ghana, 164 years I'll be a Ghana no. All combined 100 years no. Kofi gold the okrom had yen two more than 10%. Minerals Commission can come with the data and challenge. Geological can come with the data and challenge. And they know, say, the stockpiled of gold on this particular land, you know, from colonial time be permanent in 2 years. But what they say? Yeah. Now, it is one of the country's source of our income. We cocoa no free where arguably no. Say taxes na gold no ne okasa Ghana on list ni income obe list gold maybe next to cocoa. Now, Yemisa said, gold in my view, Ghana, it is not, in sense of economic thinking, any economic viability as far as say a better appreciate and I say a better or mind to that stage. Considering gold has a value because it's a cash. Let me call it it's a metal cash. Okay. But say something that would even give money to the country on daily basis. To me, you can't tell me it's gold. It's not. Why? Because technical thinking, common sense thinking, and nipa dodo say na to drinking water. Here need to be, Accra to be, obi to pure water 1 cent, 1 peso, 2 pesos, ebito meboa. Yeah. Yen share the city Accra, 6 million to 7 million populated city. Nipa dodo say na to gold in there. They won't be up to a handful. Finished gold, and I say rings and whatever. They will not be up to. Thank you. Gold, yeah. So if even a country has to put your hope in something that gives you money, return, quick cash flow, quick returns, you cannot convince me here with economic idea, say, a gold. But one says, say, a metal, a mineral, or value. But the value becomes, say, why extract you know, and look at the process that you go through before so bring out that value, no. And that is the process we are paying for the price today. And it's a country who was some mineral resources. Upon the amount. You being the owner and the custodian of that mineral are a shawawa assassin. So we need other alternative source. Are the build your economy. Then you go back to do what the Americans are doing, what the Canadians are doing, and other parts of the world. There's no country, except very few, out of the 196 countries around the world, and I only gold in a different form. United States, Nevada, hono, Las Vegas, and gold or one, Ghana, enya stock nibi. Argentina own 2. Canada or gold own 2. A lot of countries. But you say you're running what is called a lazy economy. And the lazy economy, no, you feel say you pisca. But gold, you yourself, you are not mining it. You are not mining the gold. You are only collecting what is called token, called royalties. Token is say obini baby true. No amaobi. We need measurement. We need size. We need quantum. We need quantity. We need quality. They only come to report to you, say, when you are 2 kilos and 1 gram. Are you happy? And then they say, Unsiana. Answer is capital no. But, in more senses, say me a me crew, me a citizen, me a Ghanaian, na me tea gold no ho. Na me backyard, me ma me danyachi, and a gold no. That's a foreigner ba, and na other people ba no ba be to ako. Are you getting me? And ya me susuno, me to be, whichever means. Me need the capital equipment. Me need the requisite incentives. Me need the money. Me need the macho of technology. Me de beko for makutu. And to apply through the local tools, I friend Galamsey. So between you and I and every Ghanaian listening, Galamsey, one Galamsey a ukra excavator. Dodua saying. You called somebody. Galamsey is noted to be say omom use local hand tools.
Yeah, men call na maybe say no say gather and sell. Nti onya ketwa kakra na de abeto.
Papa
akata nti
oma two gold na wie no ma hipugu ho no. Ena na omu eyi anwa na no ma ko. That is what the galamsey came out from. So theoretically, the government in communication in America, they are always hitting and using the term say they are stopping galamsey. Yate. But galamseyers, one how many a day? Galamseyers na wokano. Omu tools no way. Omu do say galamsey no the axe ena ode hammer ena otu ekoshe form. Do say no otu. But we are talking about one kasa mining laws. We are talking about mining regulations, which is so poor in the last 60 years or 64. Let it not be poor, say, the articles or the laws, and they be poorly designed. But enforcement, and the compliance, what fail the country all over. I'm not referring to this particular government, all the successive governments that has come to live. Keep the mining laws. And I do say, Kofi, yes, you excavator. Is it the first time I hear excavators will come hana? Answer is no. Is it the first time MPP share? And this is also she excavators. Excavators, baby almost today and the previous times, good number of them are allocated, assigned, granted, guaranteed, given certificate, concessions, approvals, compliance, environmental certificates, and all that you can think of. So how do you sit in your office, be the Minerals Commission, be the Environmental Ministry, be this, that, now JJ license, what is the money that you collected in that peanuts now, say, mining sector, what do you do? Serious nations are protecting the environment, or protecting issue, or protecting the water bodies, or protecting the farms and your cash crops called cocoa and others. They spend some of the money to go onto the site and make sure that the compliance, the codes are a what regulations in a what a unimono. Certificate in you and you BBI can have in BIA. But after you've given the certificate to them, collected in thousands of dollars and in here, cash, internally generated, so the white man or the foreigner, and I said the Ghanaian crown, I was who crowd large scale mining licensing. Okoha, Wabokadia, anything goes. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? So my license on copy gold. In the crown befa so benya gold no ope. And then our choir ho. What have you done with the monies now are collecting? And it brings into say a smaller nation like Sierra Leone, which in my view, I'm sorry, is among one of the poorest countries of Africa. Almost diamond as a larger stock of minerals. Let's say you go to no almost get a diamond. Corner kosher omu diamond laws. Every mining is mine almost two nasasiasi. Corner kosher Central African Republic bongi. Almost two diamond kosher. Ko Angola ne kosher ni mining laws. Ko South Africa ne kosher ni mining laws. Because when they collect the money from the people, registered, giving them certificates, etc., they spend some of the money to do protections, to mark zones, to supervise, to monitor and control. Three things. When you supervision, when you monitoring, when you control. What your office will Accra Minerals Commission? What your office environmental? What Ministry of Science and Technology? Moji sikeni we are. You give them only what? A paper. Now Kofi, or the call we are. When did the Ghana Ministry of Environment who say nsuo na da ho no ayensu or whatever Brim and all the rivers in Eyekoko, when did they see that? It's over 20 years. When did the communities report to the government, district council assemblies, municipality, regional level and ministerial, parliamentary level, our more as a constituency and parliamentarians? When did they notice Ekoko? Was that yesterday? Was that yesterday? It was not. It started from somewhere over 30 years. And a deba. And to say, Oba do stage. Now, what my concessions? What now ama abrofo? Ebe talk in larger scale. 80 kilometers, 200 kilometers square. Concession, no, to a peanut at the Ama village, at the Ama towns. Why, any geological survey, no, a cotton. It me changing hands about 3. In Trombia or no Ajibiano power no so maximize the profit. That is the irony and the essence of business. Into a bepenisika. Do they really care? Into Ghanaian sunso woman. Also in Tana say Chinese ni etimide tube echo to nsuomu. Now the washing gold cordia. Necessary to hell with you after all ye nyinanum pure water. Also say ni nsuo ni nyina ense no. That is it. Na Kofi law 1 somewhere last year. The same program say yanche your friend is saying galamsey. Now yanche galamsey there was small scale mining. Me patcho definition of the galamsey and small scale mining who was near kana.
Debbie, small scale mining and no omo won krata.
Thank you.
But galamsey generally in your funny say illegal mining your funny galamsey.
Illegal mining na. Illegal mining na. Some of them had gone to the extent to prove. Because the exercise now Kosono, KOFI they are not prepared to look and watch and examine any document. But KOFI Adumauti say, won't share any party document. But KOFI it will be very interesting. Say, Obi betimafa excavators maku 8, 5, 6. Now a peer krobiso. Now there could be land is no to. It doesn't really happen. Let's be very realistic and honest to ourselves. It is not like that. KOFI small scale miners in the Wukrum Hano allocated to the Ghanaian tools ben room sukra. Tools ben ukra wom. Only tools. Eso currency and also high. Scan where or day. And they also turn up. Say, obepe a partner now abe joining. And even though allocated say small scale. Small scale na demand no. Demarcation na demand and say. Oh, my demarcation 100 meters. Now 100 meters will be 2 pits up to the size of 130 by 30, bigger than sports stadium. Now, man, 130, 100 meters away from the river body, and as a water body. You yourself, what kind of mining law have you invented? What mining law? Because in Kran, you don't go there. And ne, senye galamsey issue, any burning of excavators. Can you say Land Cruiser or Ghana and Hoardings? Who called the see the called Desert Tiger, see the Wabushina. Abambeko, Minister Shajins, Sheche, Nomko Babeda Hotel. It will not solve the problem of galamsey in this country today, not tomorrow. Ban every excavator in this country, it will resurrect again. Unless one law, like some countries, ban every mining activities in the country for the next 10 years. Then we understand. In that case, find alternative source to revamp your economy. Find alternative source to create employment for the people in the villages. So, if the even hotels, and that's a cranasin, any large job, when the Bakaku for Makoshan, they wouldn't do that. You haven't given them the other alternative. You have not created employment. And to women also free village, Emma, big city, urbanization, enka woman. Those are the people say, come with me. They are prepared to die. But let's come back to certifications. Certifications is what gives them say, ultimate mining. The people are saying, say, me were mining license. Me were training, we're renewing the certificate, training BBR. I have the permit to mine. Kofi, do you have to send drone? How would this send drone to go and burn the excavators? And let us ask, burning of the excavator one thing, but Kofi, we had a stock of excavators beer. Yes, see, about last year.
Yeah.
Exercise no course. Yeah, GB, yeah, Shibi. Ebiso Yirai. What is the accounting or the auditing stage of those excavators? Has the country audited that excavators no GBBB? Don't she no? What came out of it? We haven't done that. Now let's come back to reality. Say, Kofi, yenye excavator or crew say.
As in, Apostle, just have we intimi manufacture.
One more man in ye. Yenye excavator or crew ha. Yen produce you excavator and yenye matches box. But what I say? Say if you don't have this, now take it. Say, nipa no cry aswodin. Why aswodin? Because of your poor mining laws. But the government of the day and government of the past, they don't want say ombe accept omo fault. So at the end of the day, no, the person who pays for the price of the government's inefficiencies, they rather pay for the price of the government's effectiveness. And the effectiveness is what they are using now. Say the law is ours. We have the power. We have the military. Go and burn. You have no case. But you have laws. Why are you wrong? Have you prepared? Are you prepared to visit? And say, let's reverse the entries. Yenye only overhaul the whole mining laws of the mining sector. Yenche demarcation zone say 100 meters na nemwa yenko 500. Small scale no. How do we define the small scale? How do we define the large scale or the medium scale? Yenye laws ni. As we speak today, you are burning excavators, but today you are approving license. Today you are collecting money for license approval, mining license. Why is the thinking? What you mining? What you galamsey? Obi a oje certificate biya no assumed who classify say a galamsey no kwakoye. And yet uguso ma approvals. Yet udisu ma approvals for concession. What sense does it make? It makes no realistic sense and it doesn't make any value in common sense thinking. Moje bakona ebi yira no. Kofi mu fa obi a machine yehu. You haven't accounted to the public because assume said the machines were seized. Mu seize no. Account to the nation. Mu seize no. The amaton no way. The monton so de gu ho na hin na wo. Let's take stock. Yenye. Enu abesin. Ya said the additional 200 army, strong army force because you new operations be as soldiers you kroma. Enti omu ko no mu ko hye no. Na moko mo sete. Some of us say someone himself be hye ne dia because you don't believe your system. You don't believe your own what you are doing because some gigi be na man hye no first no. Machines ni rai. Yehu baby a machines no. So you want to take a political decision to please the Ghanaian populace. Yes, it is a good law. I will not sit here and propagate and push the agenda say my country is in protecting water body. But is that the right way that we going? And only the right way na ye corner na Kofi, the answer is no. Because I want to say the banks in Ghana does not give even a shishi to somebody so on fanko ye juma. Individual, whichever means, ebi ma crediting machine, ebi no also investors and the machine abreno. Kofi say wo se won person be ya me any government je machines no. Wo kra fa ye wadwuma. Family fanya builders mfanye o madwuma. Municipality mfanye na dwuma. District mfanye na dwuma na ye o mining laws ni yi. Na regularize mining sector ni yi.
My even thinking say odo na ye o hoyi. E say e tum.
Kofi say o ko say ho na no. E ho bon che ba bia yi e wi asem.
These excavators. You bet me use.
What you say? Enti wo se ye nkwohye no. Tutom ni ahye no. Wo kwaye ne na ukotwe ya. Argument wo mu raising say it will cost them money to send a low bed. And akwako na se me na me excavator no no. And am the low bed na me koye. Na wo be hye na me lose money no. Na ka che me say me je ana me impound machine for 2 years.
fa wo low bed kokotwe enya sa metwe ame mfa ma wo me hia machine no wa ha send you say military no mu ni achi no mu fa emfa municipality and I say pe baby na fa ma wo mu but because you don't trust we give you what you are going to do with it mo ambasa ton ana mo beje bi dia ma wo mu mo beje bi die sika no mo je bi ama wo mu ebi wo so am beton ebi so beyira eni nti no low bedroom say 3,000 to pull from every bush at the best city ebi 4,000 eni nti no akoshe no my simple question is the land no is to be reclaimed. Some of them they've reclaimed. We are anticipating say farmers be call in the next year or two. Say land no so start say a retouch itself. You be bent excavators next ho. Because washing a no, it becomes the property of the government. Yate. Because me now she me ya me ni kun kwa se me call e dey akoye scrap. Be pa cho e den na mo de betwe bent excavators no. Now we are back room this time.
It's the same low bed.
And no anantene de o ma na mfa ma. Wa ma wo mu instructions and for so jam fa tu ani eche say for excavator me anko na fa back room. Ka yi excavators in film water body na wo so protect no. Wa ko she excavator na jam water body ho. How do you take it up? Ebe rust, ebe poison, ensuo begu so. Se ensuo go excavator na aye metals na. Esoku metal na. It is streaming back into the river or the ocean or whatever. And in Suena and Astellano, what they rotten metals on the poison. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So I say water belts into the ocean. Ocean you so one fanco. Ebesuo arresti. But the point is that because you are not burning excavator, you are burning the system unit. Excavator and metal no, we jana de kotu mono, that crazy nam the goose no. And to me she excavator. It's only burning the mechanism, the unit, and I burn it. They can na jeni nyina si ho. Excavator race no, won't mention no, and she ni nyina si ho. Ebi okrom wie kura no masa sensuo de adum no, esi ho. Enti what at all have we done as to compare to say enke savage machines no, and a state is magic, and our good accounting system we are transparent. And I see machines near G ni no a 2 million. Where Kofi Adoma dia, where Kofi TV dia, where Nyampala FM dia, where you wait say there now listing ni now say. So Kofi Adoma in 2 years time, mama penalty of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Koko Tuamia municipality A. Never receipt bra. Now machine ubenya ache 2 years ya dikoye juma esaya ubejes wo aba befa. People would have still gone ahead. Send machine no. Who say 100,000? Who told you? Dozen is more than $150,000, $170,000. Everyday dozers. D9, D8, D10, D12 near that. You don't buy those machines, $100,000. No, it's not true. The very ancient old ones, if you buy it around second hand, within the range of $50,000 to $100,000. I mean, talking of dozers. But excavators, Nankas and Kofi, they are very expensive equipment. And to me feel say, much as we feel say, omu insuo no water bodies in say no, I strongly disagree with the modus. Your first one, your dishi machines. So, Kofi, obiti America, obiti Nicaragua, obiti Argentina, ne hard won money. Onon de water machine innocent. Machine no one kase or the baby bubu a dime. Or the machine in my hiring and rentals. Or the machine na be si jolu. Kofi Adoma ba si obepe machine na high. Wa beche machine no ewo me ho. Or the machine no cost site. Of course. Sanko for na adwuma na omo ye na ebi na odi hwe economy no. Ebi na odi amani nuama create job. Ebi na odi sin hotel. Ebi na odi asi accommodation a yensi ye no amani padem. So they are making revenue and money on it in odi hwe the family. Because only social security papa bia and only welfare wa ha. It is any part of the machine abana ye juma. Next who issue against the miners or the mining company now. All the mining companies, excavators now motion. It doesn't belong to the mining companies. They are rented machines belonging to individuals who do not have mining license. But these are machines, it is not different from road construction now or contractors call high excavator they call road call juma. It is the same one. Into obi betima sorry say okay government eh. And yeah, every excavator biya na or roadside biya so kwhye no. When the excavator, road contractor. Contractors now the KOFI excavators or KOFI him or different conform atodi aba ho and the koye adwuma. So go deep and tell the owners to pick their machines. Or tell the people now, Oma renting say, give back the machines. I don't want to see the machine within 2, 3, 4, 5 kilometers. KOFI, you didn't do that. Knowing say, a individual be capital now burning. Knowing say, you won't conform one brother, omo investors, the excavators in mano. So on any near Juma, no omunche. Some of them are going to go to jail. Some of them are going to go to jail because the Brunei partner doesn't understand. Yeah. But then, of course, there will be Chinese for Jewish, Americans, whatever, Europeans, blue, whatever. Omnina ukrum ha, susu di machines abom sutu. Susu se ukra, the license. KOFI, now share. Ebina MNSU. Only close to water body. Mamina bon Joseph and say kid Jemfu or whatever. Yeah. Osino area ho. I think I have a fine knowledge. Shekro Enyinem. Right the last house at the back of Enyinem. A whole Nina, that big fields. They do mining there. I haven't cited, say, mine size in our honor. Maybe so close to that water. They are not. And all these ones are large scale mining. Ebini mamini the end will see no ho. This woman, I'm told, and I know Osino very well. So she's been mining for the past 30 years. Yeah. And she's mining for the past 30 years. And when you're close to water body. Or no, do you call her so a galamsey? No. Do you call her say or your dang? Or large scale mining licenses and assume small scale with more machines. KOFI, if not diabolical, if not politics, in my view, I see that move even as a different thing altogether because I don't really subscribe to that action against the woman. I trust but I disbelieve. You know why? Because say, a government is government everywhere of the world. And with all due respect to listeners and then the government. So we can create the platform, say, let me ban that of one of our own. Near find show the public say we are prepared, we are seriously working. But KOFI, I'm foreseeing. KOFI, it is government can do anything. You don't win a case against any government in this part of the world unless the government wants you to win. They can lose up or be losing up, but you cannot win against any government. Until I find it, I smell a rat. But what I say? Yeah. So my mini machines. I won't need that zone. I won't need water body. Now, Onosusune mining had been the source of feeding people in Osino for several years. Now, but sorry, na and Onosusu dianiya galamsey. Galamsey aben ukra 8 machines. Enti mameno all these years no ukrumo na galamsey na namunim so ye. Enti no e galamsey and a momano party women a friend saying women organizer. Now, some mosa won mo party manifesto and constitution mo. Say number 2 galamsey mube 2 ase na ne wo mu dia adenti na no wo mu na mo hwe so mbajwa say she's part and parcel of the party executives. So the designer of your constitution, the manifesto na the year adwuma o ka ho galamsey ni wo into one into onim. So why do you have to go and burn it? KOFI wa shi na wi maybe such simple question na Ghana phone yam say machine say o machine wi o kwose Edi akotema. Ebesi low bed so and I say nipa the best church nom them to my boss no the machine.
I think the last one.
Yabe so.
At the end there you say we cry when the babo nechi. Why.
KOFI
napo.
Machine. Machine is you na also one ton. Any their own penny. Ebe that there wesimum dia. Ena okofa enkofa mo ma betwitwa de akọ. KOFI, the whole thing, no, like I said, it's an effective government, effective political decision than facing the law, the realities of the land. The realities, they say, KOFI, and yet nipa out of Ghanaian 30 million populated nation, I don't think, say, over 50% will be in support the government, you know, a kind of the fashion. But like I said, cautiously, and this is so you are in the west way. Also, quite dance area those days.
Chairman, to me,
the machines.
Yeah.
Area no me go. What I say. So I do you do me, I do you. Because even Galam, you could also read through the line say some selective justice be so ecoso. Because obi oha o man site o me share the document. Primarily maybe them concern said the machine have owners different from the miners. The machines have owners. Na me and stop trotro be obi okotena trotro. Me the machine am rent. Adwuma me susu me yedidi no. Na machine cost site obi abeje machine. Am I God? Should it be my duty to ask the obi obe renting machine say, yes, for a compliance certificate, mami share. For way mami share. If is that the case, nobody does that. And to me, I beji machine no hono. Wa be fa ni joglo junction.
Ebi akra obi tumi aka say, wa just what they could do kwan bi so.
Kofi.
Ani be ba hoso na.
Now the rent here, wa jo 1 week, 2-3 weeks in advance. Nisi kema you do, they are bank or they be running other duties. Or they be sit down, they be share to a drum and mami ni ade. Things that are supposed to be all government in Kawajuma is also welfare benefits. I demand call for Obi na yama. Send the panoko find machine shina. Kofi, I don't think say it is fair. I'm saying say on that note, I'm saying say Geological Survey Department of Ghana. They have trained a lot of good geologists. How well have we used them? Kofi, back to Galamsey, and I refer to the small ones who hand tools. Any serious nation winning mining areas, winning mining towns, and crying near Jumayen, I would have expected, say, there should be a prototype of small companies, Minerals Commission, Geological Survey Department, Environmental Ministry, and then the traditional rulers, municipality or the district. Almost form small companies. Na geological department in LED. Na se mo ba our fields. And mo use excavators. And mo yen cooperative. Small unit. With 3 things application of supervision, monitoring and control again. And I'm trying to go to no mo a serious government. Wash your white shirt. Ujina ho. Company A. And I'm more saying 45 grams. Higher, Fabra, no Adrianica. Company B, higher, no Trianica. You are doing 2 things. You are making money for the government. The people are making money for themselves. At the same time, the environmental issues, is taken care of because all the stakeholders on the field. Yeah. I say, and then our government, Nipan say go do no nja because I come there. Now we move in and companies. Now one who moving in and fact administrators na take geological survey no. Kofi geological survey Kofi ko ha areho. Omo ko fielder. Se omo ko yi no. Omo car no obi kura tie no didi akiri. Tie no miensa na hyaase no obi de back no didi akiri. That is how you've reduced your geological survey department. But they are the originators to advise you. Say gold ni kwa nya baby gian kra na yetu. Baby or Kofi, gold ni be kra ni ho. But because the people are hopeless and they are helpless. So if they are hopeless, they don't have any hope and they are helpless. Kofi when him say area ha, yetu mining ha, or the machine is so na so nko ya no mutu. But to solve it for bit my catches ha kra utu a waste. Na Kofi, ye twa koko. And I did because farmer na mun come den or turn 2 acres and get 10,000 Ghana cedis. Sadly, 2 acres, 8 city plus they get 10,000 Ghana no twa cocoa, active cocoa aso no twa gu. We hear liquid cash because cocoa ni beche. I ba lock amano. Me ba jwa dey. Yeah. And if we are doing this, next country, we don't solicit for opinions because like I said, Ghana, Bia post, government Bia bar, there are no more VIP, very important personalities, but there are also SIP, spontaneous intelligent personalities. Very clever. Their decision is everlasting. Omni Yankupon decision ye pay. You don't challenge. We don't run a country like that. Do mass consultations. Frewomo, yes, mono matnasi. You do dialogue. You discuss in situ issues like this. Go for a long-term issue. 20 years to come, your man be to a crisis. Me say it will get to a time ombe to chrono. I won't share back ombe to chrono. And you share the long-term if a plan, the long-term laws, the long-term regulations na ye so that we will not slip into another serious issue. And then the office excavator. By the time will come, it will not be any more excavator. Kofi, I'm telling you, say when the people get serious and they get angry, knowing say Otuwa Bashina, the people could be very violent.
I was here, you know, opening Farouk AL-WAHAB and AD and Komono na greetings to AL-WAHAB. We need this kind of brains, yes. My message is making can be, but very soon, bro, can you know air time me in with Deputy Minister saying Chakwa Vetiomo, should we?
You better vet you.
Yeah, they'll be vetting. Our Parliament.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, they will be vetted.
No, Marco.
No, Marco, Deputy Ministers.
And so kind of topics.
Aye, me come. Okay, when I made yeah.
Okay, Mr. Kofi Adman, there's a constitutional mandate that requires the Parliament to grill ministers at Yadiomo, Ebidi Omai, ministerial post, and I say sectors of the ministry now, the organs of the government, you know. I say constitution, I say Yemisa Womo. But Kofi Mibisa mo say, Yehu Bian, Yehu the Fourth Republic. Liman, Rollins 1, 2, 3. Yehu President Kofor, Yabehu we into your Fourth Republic. The First Republic na ni yenya aware. If you Fourth Republic in Ebani Ninano. Kofi, Yehu one government what proposal and answer what toast to the ministers to the same parliament say omu interview omu. The essence of the interview is to assess their capacity. The essence of the interview is to tell the Ghanaian, no, do the KYC, know your customer, or KYM, know your minister, and how he thinks. Because a sector will be leading. And then or they by trade, and then or they by economy, and then or they by mining, and then or they by fisheries, and then or they by and then grilling. Kofi, I have a question, I have a problem. How well among themselves Parliamentary Select Committee now, year interview or the appointment committee. Kofi questions being in the baho. I'm sorry to say most of the questions in Bua purely JSS questions. And now about the inquiry. Yet he said no, I would did your own sir. Waboye, Yamakwaya, Obabuni Beam. These are the questions with all due respect and yet titi. These are the questions said now we go school no. Yet he said school no.
Dining hall prefect.
Nine dining hall prefect. A then a Juma, a then any dining hall prefect in Baba ministry. Nonsense. These are questions that we hear with all due respect. And ya ye women as a nation, ed waste time, setting allowance. At the end of the day, Kofi Adumanwani, all of them are cleared to go back to the ministry. Now, Kofi, what the 5 ministers be jinaho? Near be some simple question, near man kitibia, obia se minim. Name on me cost sector ha. Many chief directors be doing kutahu no match them into kwa kopedeng. Into who chief director there, and yenye Botswana mudi nibi. Where the directors are the people to work, the technocrats. The minister koha, on no the political direction, no, on ko overtake the technocrat. And the technocrats na fabing. So aba obepa brofo kese aka. Ebia read this speech back where the 2 Minister of Trade, or the reading on Independence Day, or reading on Labor Day, and one no mama defies Ebu abe so ya na befem yaka 2021 sem oboka said this 2016 no ready na so no editing because afano o my sa template ni da ho because the person is not coming with any innovative idea. Only bibi fufobia or no ankasa deba. And it's a technocracy in it to hodia. Momunyana Kofi. Your country, as I said, what building the youthful side vibrantly. Now what the Okra would tell you, yes, over more than 5 million Ghanaians outside the country. Near training be amount. And you have a country to look at. Shall be heard Turkey say, the cities on Kwa Germany, and the Middle Europe, Switzerland, Austria, Holland, America, and the other part of the world. You know. Omo papa mkoye, as we call it, pa. Emma omo benya kwa school no. Omo na Edwan, ekumika say, semanya technology in the amomra. Na country ni sika monji na mofanya adwuma. That is the rise of Turkey. Korea libi.
Womo atu bata.
The womo atu kwa no because usuku no wa ha no. Yeah. Ultimate compete with the modern day trends of technology and the country and every country because it's the technology that is moving. Now also the Nkanyami in Chade, what's the sexy university of tech, school of love. There's no university, so you say tech, broken heart, hop on school of love. Every year be a broken heart Obi who technology. Satek no kra yo the University of Science and Technology no kra untimi fa say o knowledge partner. Or school of engineering wo le gon untimi fa say o knowledge partner. As say we road construction akofa Chinese in school boy and a baba consultant. Me fa what I say. And until what do you have to do? Reinforce. And to say what the ministers no na say wo fa ministry with the minister na constitution mo de o matena kofi mu de ta mi nyina de am at the end of the day makle mo nyina akọ o ma community ho awia the deputy minister na oba no they do not overrule their ministers
oba minister they
complementing the gray areas.
Yeah. Minister Krana Sumano
me say oba complementing the gray areas and the minister clever or lazy no far bia ba say by registry na foko eko director's office na ko registry na rise na ko twam deputy minister na ko minister Ghana system no eko minister no arefe what about deputy na say san ko form na fa na wu enti deputy minister no instrumentally Kofi to show them to Ghanaians, to mention their names to Ghanaians. Kofi grilling any interview, any the appointment committee, Oma appoint you who, because proper appointment, you must deal with the nitty-gritty and test the person's competence and intelligence and the person's innovative ideas and the mentality, the preparedness.
Deputy ministers.
Deputy minister does not need to be vetted for waste any time. It's a waste of time. It is a complete waste of a precious time of the Ghanaian. Once they say Ghana phone TB, and I watch here.
Yeah, that's true.
Ministers, you could agree on Mutuano. Kwame, Kofi, first, by the time you finish your Uko school, who is the minister of your friend saying? Say Kofi Nina national anthem. Obakanina. Kofi Aduma, me catch you see a public, me person married the call, the good master. Me catch you say, can ministers be it ya Kofi? I'm out for be Jao TV show. Kofi be feel poto. Che bibi ba ena ni din beba. Na deputy ministers one in new but 10 deputy ministers of the past out of the Nipa 80 120 no. But deputy ministers 10 mamishe. You don't remember them anymore. Ghanaians are not interested and we don't really need it. You would have needed say your minister, the chief director. Nanka wo energy no fakọ the technocrats na omubaki. And I've said say when you are prepared grounds of Ghanaian doctors, Ghanaian engineers, Ghanaian this, Ghanaian railway technicians, BBA outside. And now we will be susu waha. Me pa what they say. Until we have the local existing one. Until upgrading no, and so be pekra say obi the outside is in bibeba. No reinforce so. We call it building a nation. America no the building a crew. Korea no the building a crew. Chinese bia na be in Europe in the 90s bia were a refugee. Chinese be about early 2000 Europe were refugee. They came back and now they become owners of companies in Europe because they went through a certain process. Now the government now support to how well have we supported? And the engineers who are ministry, municipality, department, assembly krano young fan ko. And these boys and girls at their youthful ages of 26, 30 with mentality a Ghana for near may be outside or develop a big country. Bring them. KOFI, common cleaning. Yeah, my memory for no. And you're cleaning out go for mob now. A bit check cleaning pa, which is why expertise with Italian cleaning. Obi expertise with Israel cleaning. Obi German woman store bed in bed take obi cleaning. A be a cleaner mom saying ya. But airport, any other places, public houses. And this will be our table chair with jet cleaning or public offices, no shelter the table so ya. Obos and hunina. What I say? Pictures as incident BC, but I won't call the ministry. No be Frabruche. I'm saying no abaho. I was there. I'm so didn't document BH. And no be true no cleaning. Now that's a new crime saying no didn't on Ghana lazy way. Because no. Minister and I say Obi na den bound she can't be bothered. Metian say lady say ewra farmer men sure say dey clean. Yes say Boboni say na say mami utim say Holland pa the way I was here twa hotel cleaning no. Ento oto ni na na ho keka no. Eno kra no KOFI the industry no kra no enka government ni makwan and amanfo be set up. Ene emo kra na enkoye quote on quote. One company be a yenim say omu kwan ye the whole state buildings ma omu kwan ye the public buildings ma omu kwan ye the private bigger company multinational companies de ma omu eninti senka ya dia Ghanaians no more outside e be at cleaning company big time. Yeah. Big time. My brother Royal J in London, in Manchester at the time, no big company, cleaning company, security company and cleaning company, a lot of them. Ghanaians will be maybe across board, but or back room ha, I won't know how, or then the machine beba, or the capital, could feel be my fair juma. One burden, young farmer. And it may vet it because vetting a minister, a deputy minister, to me, it's a complete waste. And in fact, this topic, I'd bring it up with my very, very, very wonderful friend, with the Speaker of Parliament, say, I know how he thinks about Ghana. And I know when I meet up with him one-on-one, what we'll discuss. National issues and other things. Said these are things experienced man of his time, an experienced man, and the most longest Ghanaian serving minister, your friend is saying, a speaker of your friend is a parliamentarian. Yeah. He and his colleagues, look at it well. No, I'm sure the time wasting. Because right now, business of government and the government business, from 7 January up to now, the minister of the deputy minister, there is no minister functioning. Because a good number of the documents needs the signature of the deputy minister. And okay. That's true. And KOFI, you have train another 2 months. And they have vetting. KOFI, you have disapproval. When you have disapproval, names na abano. When you have said Debbie, even ministerial level, you and I, maybe crying say, say be crying and vetu, Yamo, Yam Passumo. KOFI, your mom clearance cry and fair krumha. Na minister name we are clear na deputy in your bay any day. And I'm just any quite say you waste the country no resources. Na say government not take you off, no kick you off. No your time, what move near she excavators, your time member deputy ministers, no, omu konan komuko you majuma. No muko support to ministers, even though a Juman crown, omu brands and omaye. Into waste of time, any energies. Any manpower exertions in your manner, better now, and for never interview. And this is for better, almost a she. Mr. Speaker, now, number MPP better, no go by me. They will not ask anything. Obaba no.
Yes, I'm on my cranky.
No, come on, the socialistics. They just want
the topics in the dorsal. May move. Before son, Ghana for ways around maybe Sami Kofi when is he talking about our bombings? Remember, Ghana for them ways. I think because of his international diplomatic no knowledge in and I'm open say Oba Hunter. But when you have to say, mission schools and the Abbas say. Wow, bete ja rasta fried rice bi rasta fere bi o kwa chimota na ho nsem bebre na akwaye bibie ho. The latest one na aba enuanom kramofo bi muslimini a wono eduru akomche konkron so na eso ye bi ewo Wesley Girls na ho nsem akwakoba na akomche no ankose de ese ekọ ma akwaye ho bete sada na ado make statement kra bra o share chief imam eche say obesre for tolerance and all that. But what is happening?
I mean, it's also from president meeting chief imam or it.
Okay.
President is a very experienced politician. And some of us would say, yes, we listened. He made a very beautiful political speech. What I say? But if you ask me, subjectively, without due respect, the objectivity and then subject itself
was not dealt with.
Was not dealt with. So he spoke cleverly, and I like him for that. If he hasn't got the answer, he makes you feel comfortable, and he sneak out of it. Because now one would have expected, said there couldn't have been any opportunity for the president to speak on that subject when he was before the national chief imam, to make a speech or to validate whether he's in agreement or he's in disagreement. That side of it did not drop on the table. Yes, tolerance, who says we are not tolerating with each other? The tolerance is there. But what is the president's take on it is what I didn't feel. His take on it. Yes, Ajobre, yes. Obian. But what do you say on the subject? Kofi, let's go back. What is Tate Rastafarian? Until I will also go back there.
Yeah.
We live in a modern trend of life. We live in a changes period. The time now, yete achimota. Gorgesburg more time is not today. A lot of things are changing. That time no more call at the school. That time no more other things. But some young now ma graduate out of them. And I oma komani. My issue on that subject of the Rastafarian had not been changed, and I will not change it. Say, my position is say, and cry no more way. My position is say, Ghana subscribed to the United Nations Convention on every child must have an education policy. Country we say was one among the first to sign. Anything said, Achimota and Fawoma, alternative solution being the Ministry of Education and Ghana as a country, I find it Yama SHS is already running. They are running into a big crack as I start home holidays after 2 weeks, home vacations. And Krano school bank. Have they proposed to the Ghanaian school say school bank are prepared to be from Krano? But yeah, could be sad. But all these things comes with the fact say school is on old laws, on old functions, on old regulations. And the regulations in a one. Kofi and none the bell leady country way up to the end of this world. Anna answer is there be. We need changes and we need what is called modifications. And yentimi modify ho kakra as a country. Yentimi nyai say the old school, the alma maters, any one position, any the parents, any one position. Say young princesses say no about beye a status quo. Now be a constant feature. Say BBS the first people, the right people who supposed to know, in my view, the best are the old students. Because good number of them graduated out of that school when they were in their youthful ages. So I would say it's a processing or thinking too much, was not there. So we graduate or Achimota at the age of 17. What quite you say Akoko school or other places? I've been now 50 years, 60 years, You're thinking of that 17 years as compared to be a professor, so lecturing hall or lecture doctors. Next, I was say cancer, and ye old school boys and girls. Young penny penny. My question is, what does it really give to you? What do you benefit out of it? You're only benefiting by protecting the name of your school. What has the school done to you? Kofi, and I'm just saying, can we modify the Ministry of Education? And it says schools now render no, why exposing a big time? Why biteless? Only teeth. Because when you issue command and instructions now, school need turn it around. Otie we are. What they do hand claps no. What do I say? Adechi na all students say, you joking. Next school no sorry. Enti you are talking about mission school. Wehege. Any Wege. Yeah. Any Muslims.
Yeah.
For me, in my view, this issue shouldn't have been any issue. Both sides. It shouldn't be at all. Because Yatina and Ayati, Kofi, making a lot of, you said, out of the world countries, tribal, cross-tribal tolerance, religious tolerance. On the continent of Africa, Ghana, if not the first, we are the second. You worry from every tribe. Obiakona, sorry, we still have no problem. We've never had a serious religious differences, clashes, problems as in Nigeria, Chad, and other countries of the world. And why should we now, our schools, headmasters, headmistress, and the referees, and if I say referees, I'm talking about the alma maters and then the school old students association, the way also infuse you. Can we really sit down as a country and look at it and say, this country, instead of pushing the gear up, we are reversing the entry? But what does it make to us and what does it give us? Yes, it doesn't change the performance status of Wesley girls. Indeed, yes. Thankfully, one of the best. They've trained one of the best good administrators, judges in this country. A man out of bed, you get about 60-something%. Kudos. So that tells you the school what they've done. But set the performance, set everything aside. Kofi, would 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 40 Muslims? I always saw a running stomach, not the stomach of the school.
Too fast.
So fast, yeah.
What's the stomach of the school?
Because the collective stomachs are 40 a kambo. And the reason and the idea, and they say, Govi, say, Omumpa, or bear fastness or yarea. It is like that in America, it is like that everywhere. Say school no one is certain laws. The family and the parents you have to sign. Papa, school will say, a Methodist school, and you're pro-Islamic, a mission school. Yes, it's a public school, but a mission school. That tells you how lapsed the Ghana government had also been. A do baby on mission schools, nasi missions, missionary, your friends, the churches, and then sometimes we your system. No, so also for who's can on that in school. What they are better say your public, but on one running in school. And yes, sir, into the Lord na year juma. Into a mama to Quranic verses, also better Methodist hymnals. Kofi me Methodist school, to Methodist hymnals in Yinato. What I say?
I'm out to Methodist hymnals.
Me call Methodist school throughout.
Okay.
Into me a very good Methodist hymnals. And I'm not against. But the problem is that, sir, your law, school no regulations, more revisity, and a government running it in Asia. Sometimes the school would have loosened up. Kofi could be on Betiasia. But all ministry no to overnight, which I'm will be accorded now news item, I better now the secular now makofi adomam nyina bi ade chia yes Ministry of Education say obi anfase obi rasta bi anye obi anko no school say we call the bluff. We will not agree. And what are we supposed to do? What would have been done, and I said the best practices would have been, which I expected, say, there should have been a dialogue. And I said school no one in status. Agreements, which is done other part of the world. Idea way, yanya ni sa. Se o baha, ne se o be fast, na nya complications sa. School no, ya washi and sa. O maame be foul, and now papa be foul, and now fast it. Now ko yare de few 2 weeks ya sackle. Then the burden of proof hangs on the neck of the parents and the child. In their chronicle school no, so no one say or ko fast it, maybe or stomach ache and our problem and our ulcer, na ko trigger, na de no hospital no di 2 weeks ya. Already was signed so my back to the school. That should have been it. Simple. Nemum menye sala. Nemum yempese behu se o kan Quran. Yempese behu se bia wo ye asori. Of course, I will not sit and say time of lectures. Our school you there because the student has to be part. Teachers cannot go back and call you say okoya aso ntimichawa there. No. Islam does not even support that. But what they say?
And here so dim ran away.
Would you school the time ne so? Ya pon na so be kan sala nyina boma bismillah. Kokoyo sala. And this school no nancy maslachi because enye Ahmadiyya and I say enye Islamic secondary school meti school na se. Also so ne conventions, also on a practice a mission or a Catholic and that's why Methodist. And also so Ahmadiyya so maslachi or any there enye problem. Nemum say nipa no ebi on a small mat ni sajada or the best say baby I na sorry na so ka say school we say no yanya sorry wa ha emfa mo mammo fom enkoto na mo bi so student bi so timi gina ho efa bible scriptures union SU e was say school say kan nyina ho asem yengu no so we yes then one would raise the issue of apartheid. One will raise the issue of segregation. One will raise the issue of differences. Because you can say apartheid system, there's a certain culture of practices that regard certain group as against the other. Segregation is just only to draw demarcations and lines. Some more, when you wait me, we say. But that is not how it is. Why now? And an issue of mission schools. One Islam ever conflicting. But in all this in Kofi, Yente say out of this, Ahmadiyya secondary schools, Islamic secondary schools, I raised the flag say Christian be okrum school be amo mompaye. Your Islamic schools are Christians echo classroom on Sundays, etunyum ebompaye accepted. We know and we believe, not being a Muslim, say we have one Allah. So you being a Christian, meet me a Christian, a Muslim. No, Kofi doesn't change anything. Now you united together, tolerance. You united school together. I was reading an article about a female doctor over this issue about 3 days ago on Ghana Web, and she went through very wide that this and she cataloged the issues that confronted her during her time and others. But at the end of the day, carefully if you read the lady's notes now, also she is still very thankful for the school Ayamano. But she doesn't believe, say, and never be a school near to Muslims, it is right. And that was an intelligent talk. So I'm saying, say, where is the Ministry of Education? Do they come before Wesley? Or Wesley comes before them.
When they talk, they don't hear.
Now I make sure say you don't have the power and to be besides say missions in the own ministries and as a ministries the school ni omo dia. Now Kofi say issue we say you trading cautiously. Near take time. It will generate into another things because a lot of people are creating platforms
A lot of people are creating platforms. A lot of Muslims are talking the same way exchanges. Headmasters throw Bima Islamic missions. Omu throw Bima Islamic regimen. Omu dibima even to the extent of ambassadors. And I'm begging, say, when it comes to terms of diplomacy, we have to be very mindful and careful about it. If not anything at all, go back and ask your country the benefits, bilateral, multilateral agreements and other things on those countries. I'm referring to Turkey, and I'm referring to who sent messages. I've sent you a lot of things and you are not responding. A diplomat is not here to mess. Obekan school and Islam regarding education. It doesn't give you the right. So we're addressing or say, if you don't take care, if you don't do this, let us respect diplomacy, because a Ghana ambassador or Ghana mission beyond or baby, neso obi cancer any. Allow, that is why you have UOBBA. Channel your grievances through your Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Let them call the ambassador into order. The Turkish ambassador or Slepo Krana, it should not take you, and for that matter, a headmaster of the school, a mission to tell an ambassador and warn him. Tell him, say, I've sent you a lot, and it seems you are not reading. You don't do that. This is a very polite nation, and this is a diplomatic hub of West Africa and primarily the entire Africa. And like I said, and I always mention, say, Ghana speaks first ahead of Africa. It is a kromha. Now do I know to international community said the ambassadors be asked. This should not be an issue. You have to rise your tempo up to that diplomatic distance. What I say? Yeah. Bridge. It is not done anywhere. But then Kofi, that issue, and say, Ministry of Education, too late it is not. I'll say, Muslims, they should calm down. Wesley girls have not said, have not read. Because who dem sineba Fatima ba, Fidel Suba, Sadia ba, Aisha ba, Sharifa ba, all these names I have not read and have not cited anywhere say Wesley Girls Secondary School said on Islamic. Then it would have been a different thing. They allowed them to come. Yeah. It is a fasting related issue and as part of this controversy. Yeah. Then I'm advising say young Muslims, yes, you entiase. Says the school in law so cry at Tessa. Next a woo stomach. So I say men find yet Ramadan. No I policy. Se me ba se wu nua yemro me pa cho. For a moment no. Yen ya yenua mo ye man ye nanfofo ho anase whatever no. It makes no it just say enya wo akra ne fault say onye Ramadan. But school ni say o man nye. Munjama one school no enya akra ne nyankopon. Do you understand me? Yeah. Kofodia say. So school ni say o ma akra ne Ramadan. So obano no so unua no a. This should not be a problem because me no me nim say yate ni enim. Nevertheless, also so rush person obano call Wesley Girls. Abia West Islamic School maybe ABC Abepo Junction. And today should buttress my stand say, what are you Muslims and we Muslims taking advantage say what prime schools and yes you are prepared. Say yeah dear, say la makaranta masa. Because makaranta or Bantuma market. They are not my dear friend Adam Yunus or Canada. Adam salam alaikum. Papa share. Oh wow. So what like Kofi? Sanya mano. Yes so no. Muslims. It's about time. Mosusu yenisika. The Islam missions, either Ahmadiyya or whatever. Yes, you try say, you see the same Wesley Girls. And that's a bigger school, sir. Most be make sure. Mashallah, yeah, there, and now Muslims there. Yes, school can say Christian, but my empire and men Bible. It is not true. Because who call even an issue that we're gonna go on it. Who call Palestine, Israel, Krana, Bible, Muslims in Bible, Christians in Bible. Asofu BT, mean your confidence so.
Mama ko Israel dem nim say over Bible church Muslim ho. So we are not against Bible. But maybe some people and their faith and their beliefs, they are against Quran. It's their belief. You don't challenge people's belief. And you KOFI, Muslims in Tiasie say Wesley gets why any loss. It is not the best that we want, but your money nye issue. So bani ko school, next year say money nye Ramadan. National Imam Aka, also mun Tiasie. But the presidency had not stipulated on the mandated story on the subject say me pacho momo monko yente Ghana Education Service ontimi instructed the schools because ma prove say ontimi bite. It is obana anye sala wanya Ramadana obafia nyankopon ama ho kwan te se de wo yare no antima anya ho to wa oseye enkora na anye Ramadan no obafia oya enye nemom ne Ramadan ye ene school na mananye no nyankopon asem. Let's leave it.
Erasipi mo messages no menkin kan bi yeah both YouTube and Facebook and inti mo mugu YouTube no yada mo ase mo abapa na mo mugu Facebook nso yada mo ase ye kan bo mo a mo akọ animu na kese topic a manfo ani eje ho. Daniel D say only fools will burn excavators, confiscate them and use them for other purposes like roads. Was say when you arrest armed robber with money, you go burn them? No, Daniel D. But I like that point.
The woman she know.
And was say armed robber na skakana ho o shiskano.
Debi abanji skanansa.
Was it the minister's own half of these excavators? So if they seize them, they keep disappearing. Until now, I work and I realize it was KOFI Manu, KOFI Mate, was we will burn them, stop crying, advise them to stop the galamsey. We will not keep any excavator for you to come and steal them at night. We free my African affairs. Make I way every YouTube comment section or Facebook for no comments no mankind be quickly, but at the same time na yebabi uremu akwa share Chad ni Israel issue but before that meje a bit on this. Ghana for ayachi womo ewo Dubai say over yeso mu di wi na eba wo di wi no uremu na yachi na akwai se Ghana yentumi enkopa chew emfa ma fi say nipa no it has been proven say connection man for the decision bag in the man wo mokoye but I don't know is that an excuse meje take kakra bi wo ho na fe mako Israel de no eso Israel no bi se na KOFI Ghana asem wa kan wi Israel asem no ye can because Ghana for egu Israel do so pa wo mo so hwe and it's an issue of interest ema enye Ghana for a wo ho nko but Ghana for wo hakra no ebebre ani edi achi Alim ayi e wo Facebook or say ask him why Israel are taking over Palestinian lands. Matari Jemfi say exactly. The Wesley girl rules, let's abide by it. Even though it is sad, thank God they can go home and do problem bia Emma. Safo say, is it Firdaus? It's not a Muslim. Firdaus.
Yes.
It's not a Muslim.
Who says Firdaus? What Firdaus is the person talking? Mimi
name.
Okay, be a wrong message.
Yeah. Amity Young say this man must be Ghana president. Emmanuel G say wisdom is speaking. Was Israelis are fighting and the Muslims in Palestine, they should go and do something, not make noise in Ghana here. Vincent Williams. Was say read my comment. Me too, I am a person. Why? Hajia Diamond. Hajia comment ben. KOFI me show life e wo Kumasi Swami. Na ya kwan ne de Kumasi Swami road. Okay. And free is it K? There is a name.
Kumasi Swami road. Say Chairman Sabonso.
Yeah, say Chairman Sabonso.
And Chonye Mayane. Say honam sumiti.
Yes. Now KOFI asked me say I will have to talk about Israeli stuff. Obeka wan sem don't worry why. Was say go read my message, who so actually say go read my comments. Me too, I be person what Trabasa but comment and so it has 4 flat. Also, KOFI, I like the man on your show tonight. Can I get him? William Stephen. Oh, Farouk Al-WAHAB. That is the name of the man you are talking about. Maybe you joined later. Good evening, Kofi. In fact, this country is a joke, and the leaders are jokers. In fact, Nanado is many attempts are which me actually
that's not good.
Hamza Junior Maestro. Was it Kofi? That is why. Oh, more tribal war was. You know, say I am a kind my trim. When you say way tribe. No, because Kofi, I think the missionary schools should allow our Muslims to do their fasting. They save the school food for us. Kwame Ura and I say Drew Evans and Adrian and like I say, I my men will take quickly on Dubai. Ghana for recently as a sentence about Lady Bakwan Swasaka home. Yes, sentence of 10 years, 15 years, 10 years, 15 years. Nina we and Tampe, I would have been Omominum. When a Ghana for needing come say agent bine or Pequania Koyajuma ewo Dubai. And an agent now, I be a mano. And Tijabag will acquire Ghana for when I omunya Ghana do any papa. Can contain a womb, when a womb, airport one de Shiano, or John Kakara can contain a womb, no, I know what they call Oduwa Kabo Niachino. It's becoming a worry.
Kofi, sad in a way, say, I'll call it innocent souls. And some of us who have done a little bit or much with the Arab culture and know much about Arabs. Kofi, Arab jail, for them, regardless of country cry war. In fact, I'm sorry, but the reality is that Arab system is a very wicked system. When it bothers on Sharia, and now what do you call it, Mamnoa, that something that is forbidden, abomination. And you know, say, Ubien, say Arabs for Libya, Tunisia, Morocco. There's no country of the Arab race or Shiwi Morocco. Jamaica say there's no country or Shiche Tunisia. Algerians, Omushi Papa. Libyans, Omushi Papa. The Arabs, they know Omunko for. Omo habits, omo character, omo kuma. Their anger level, their anger heights. Any say or higher do betim diano. And inti nama omo alcoholic, any nyama. Omani wahu. But the reality is also that. And some alcohol Arab for Kofi. Oma she dem sa omo bono. What did they mention? Omo bo. Western Arabian country, call it the West because of how the French influx. Oko Tunisia, Omnamsa open. Moroccans, what did I say? You're part of Moroccans, Omo there, Omo ye very strict. What did I say? But Dudona also, Omonum, Algeria, the same thing. Yeah. Libya, Dudona Nomsa. Sudan, Dudona Nomsa. The Arab countries, and even the Gulf, the Middle East, Omo Papa. Enti omu Sharia laws, and one of them murder, one of them drugs and other things. Omu so mwa, they don't forgive you. Now there yani say omu laws no, they don't have the court judicial system. Uwa lawyer man be defended when it borders on Sharia. Say a sit ma on fa banche ma how the banche aba. You will not get any lawyer. Our beka say adiano munhwe ni ye na nya banche. Name will look like banche. They don't have like that. Their lawyers do not have the opportunity to go into such cases. Case Libya, Tunisia, Yemen, Iraq, Jordan, Arabian countries and all the kingdom, Bahrain and etc. Case Abemus a lawyer kohono. In most of them, no, a business related transactions, banking. Then the law allows say ubimra. Name ade a border. You bet to say bia a German boy ya chu obi ne ade no.
and the Arabians or Arabs are people who can really fake a story. Say, yadi asemo shawo kon, whether you know it or you don't know it, Kofi. When we're talking about utmost green racism, I'm sorry, I'm a Muslim. They are the number one. They are racist more than any other human beings. When it comes to say Arabian, they are yano. Haliwa. They are onyano. Kofi, omutimo, they very heartless. And then one na go, di infuse laws. Now they are not dynamic laws. That doesn't follow the normal judicial processes. Say you say, oh, me ye say, yankoye way, yankoye change, ni Kofi. You need sad judicial gymnastics na ye no wahano. E bi no system no mu. Law no da ho say, si a show half gram of this, you show quarter gram of that. O sentence no, ulama council of the elders. Maslachi to say the Gaddafi tiase no ye no. Ni Jamaria afata Jamaria council no. Na my laws no imam for ye laws anom dia breno. No validity. Enti no nom the year the composition of all the Arab laws. It originates from the palace. Become the near kingdom. Dubai in the case scenario. Enti my laws no ho say. Ya makwan ma wema eba say. Na Kofi de ya ne say. Bibi oha genuinely the Arab knows, they know say nipa no when innocent they know genuinely. I want to Kofi ye diplomatic bite your strengthen and ma. That is the saddest aspect of the Ghanaian foreign ministry. So Kofi wadi ese fanise boni kwa ni nipa ni di ya or your citizen. America, United States will even come and throw challenge of further investigations. Obeba, the Dutch, Holland, best in the world. The citizen, ekoche ni petria, ya cheno, on concept boni no di en wayadie, but onim se laws no kwachina from day one, obedie chire sa until the end.
Nasa aisha hwan ye cheno ha
Chinese diplomats actually. Enti boni there regardless. But what I do know and what I know is say the kingdom Emirates king every year COVID first no me in 5 years, no me in 10 years. But every year or pardon. Okay. In September or November thereabout. Enti ubakono na embassies, ambassadors. Ada yase Ghana fonko no omchi Germans. Omachi for them. But ubakono these embassies from different countries, they go in there and state a case and push the agenda for their release. Me pacho Ghana for these borders on normal diplomatic consultancy, which the country, the government, the Ministry of a friend say Foreign Affairs, yeah. They have celebrated career diplomats from Tiho who are having legal backgrounds. I've made mention say you can't go there to talk about legalities, but then you can go for a plea on behalf of some of these people are genuinely no. Kofi, I'm sorry. Show be our let's say sorry you Kintampo or Jini or Gambaga or be a Kumasi Kranasa Accra. A young lady, about 22 years. Kofu shed the word digina in Ghana no on one kasano or name anything. Your friend no, how do we call it? Weed. What do I say? Who share the panel digina hona? Who share the home and I say excuse me say. Who share Jenny running bibia. And she said if the person is rocked into such a circumstances, Kofi, who are diplomats, who are ambassador, who are council, they will not go immediately.
No, we go Dubai, we go pem wo mo a
Kofi
obia
they will not
omusuro even
talking about choice so we diploma on timi nya ohwe ni system ni nya ohwe just book an appointment keke Ubaka say sorry for the reference na one case ba we studio so and I'm got you say yanko for no msa akamaka yo Kofi omkoda hotel na phone calls aba obia ni ho because almost system ni nya normal system say makojina me pe minister na kasa kingdom they can't talk to you without going through the palace. It is not possible. And to see Achini country can do our best. In all fairness, genuinely, no, a lot of them, they are all innocent. Kofi, they are innocent. And so innocent, would you sit and allow them, young blood, youthful people, your friend is in. Now, Kofi, because them 15 years, Arab jail 15 years, you know. Kofi, omo chichiri wani. Ebu a omo beka to wani sa. They treat people really bad.
15 no calculator so be aba say nse Ghana ya na so.
Omo ni sadie no.
Eh.
Arabs ni sadie no.
Pepe.
Anything that borders on Sharia, omo 15 and 15. Omo 15 go calendar they can obenya 20. Omo Islamic Arabian calendar no obenya 20. Omo ni days off. Any holidays at TT free there be. Omo they are very bad. Very bad. We've had an encounter, my mama's story be in somewhere around 88 in Benghazi in Libya. Myself and then time I know my introducing na Libya Arab Jamaria normal flight in Bahano. I was a small boy. And one Ghanaian guy, my friend Mr. George. And I'm a downfall na Libyan pilot Ahmed no Baha na me papa any guy near to one house na me to one fee. And I'm in Ahmed. Now, per Ghana ni or Pobi Amanako cleaning the Bangalore. No, army colonel. So we went to the Libyan base, a military base in Benghazi. Myself and that Ahmed and your coho. Yeah, con because say, or Air Force pilot to minimum no gate to draw an ano. Salam alaikum. Omo out, Masalam had Ahmed, Ya Ahmed, Rawad, Zib Adi, Bismillah. Father, then we entered. Unfortunately, when we were coming, that person who knew the Ahmed had closed. And it was even around 7 o'clock, winter time. So when we got to the entrance, exiting, then there was a control. Because he saw two blacks. So he came and spoke Arab with Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed. Shinu. You understand? Started asking him, oh, who are these? Oh, this is AL-WAHAB. My friend, he lives with us. Anta Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Mashallah. No, but who is this? George. Okoye den, Okoye Juma ayo. Chief Anapataka. Onfa the resident permit imra. Wala passport. And Okoye the passport. And I didn't know, say Mr. George, you know, wako Israel. Israeli visa expired. No, a man. Tina Israeli visa. I want a passport more issue. That thing, Libyans till today do not want to see Israeli expired dead visa cry. I don't know where the man is, but Kofi, this is a sad story. Within moments, I who say Israel visa woman. Ahmed no me madam for no, our pilot no, colonel no. That Ahmed started attacking me. Said, didn't I know? Say, we're your enemy. No, I'm saying Israel. He was the first person to tell him to get down. And no musino. Before our eyes, no mchichire the green flag born any. And many Ahmed a 2 year and your call. If ye Kofi, I couldn't sleep. I was crying. Nambusa and said, how do we know? So somehow along the line, we tried. I and some friends we called the Ghana embassy. Said this was what has happened. And the colonel said they produce him to SYZ court the next day. Into court, no. Yeba come din baba. Kofi between night no. It was Friday night. Ebepem Monday, Saturday no din ba court no. They've tortured him big time. Din ba court no. Kofi omachichiri nani. A young boy of about 20 years. He was the judge. When did 2 minutes or box in jailing in 25 years, I do not know where the man what happened. Ghana embassy at the time, they never stepped there. They didn't come there. And Ahmed told me that this man will be left, will be rotted. He will be left to rot in Libyan jail. I'm talking about 1988. You see how it is? Obi alcohol. Na court to Krawama prison or Baba visit to. That is the end. And Tebiani, this issue said, at least much as said there's little that he can do in Arab country, no, they can explore Omo pardon day. The Emirates day. Our pardon. Na Americans, all Europeans, the other parts of the world, other Argentines. Run Maradona were we. Some Maradona Emirates watching. O man a coffin for Argentina. Every man a dime. Every man street. Just only to sell that and said Michael Jackson. But it got to a time now, the drugs a too much. Argentina government came in strongly and says that you brought him here. When I'm gonna buy, and I will not allow you. And come change it to Mugun and Mass. And to do baby, diplomacy works. And this issue in Kofi, is sad. But then I'm also saying, say, oh, mama, yet sad, no, and yet innocent people, no. If they do not know her, say Nipan Ghana Hani Achena, the family by visiting. Say Ghana Han or them and the family by visiting. Me pacho, what we name Arab jail. We name Arab for character. Nessa a ye adia, a ye weed, a ye anything drugs related, and I say something that is Sharia, borders on Sharia. See a chini pana, Kofi are very sad. And to those people, we are not taking the money to anywhere in this world. Almost innocent people and suffer. But when it happens, be as it may, embassies, Ghana Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the mission, almost call a bit of what, Nanka Omko Jinaho Kasa with translators, they will listen and soften up. I know Emirates, they are also good in deportation of issues like that. Ebua, they will try quickly and deport you. But so Obia Madia, Omo policy for, or Chiwa, Yameniska, immigration Chiwa, Yameniska, customs Chiwa, Yameniska. In Jebu, Omo Cho Kwabitima plant, but we have to be quick. And the world is changing, so some of these things we have to move. In Tikofi, on that note, you know, the mechanic say, sad news, but my country ninja the citizens, Emra Womanya Asem. Because they are the same citizens, you know, and the back room ha, ebe si dine, ebe she crewy, ema wa bino, who demonstrations or street so.
Very deep, very interesting, but sad results. Nesen say among them, no areho. What can passport? Once say we yet to Konyako and they may call Israel and send some no emo. But before Israel, the na the baby no. Chad, the Ecoso honor, how do you see it? I mean, you have an impact to be.
Israel, Israel and Palestinian issue, we have not, you've not.
Yeah. Young call honor.
Okay.
Young linking it to, you know.
Very quick one.
Yeah. It's much as yet to
a world issue. But I do know, like many others say, any issue, Kofi, ombe solve no, young modern day life. And any issue, you're very resolvable in this world. I know it's an issue, I better run it because interested parties, the Western world, interested parties, other countries of the world, you know, they are not prepared to say that issue a solve on a political dimension. Because the history is that out of the world 193 countries are only the members of the United Nations General Assembly. 163 and they recognize Israel as a nation. 193. The rest,
193 out of
160 out of 193 countries of the United Nations.
Okay.
Omnia recognizes Israel a state, a country. Palestine, a new state. Sadly, Palestine on a flag, Israel, the population is about 10 million. Palestine population is about 5 million. But then interestingly, we share all the towns, the old Jerusalem, which supposedly are Palestine for the Gaza, a year or more day, a year or more capital. Hebron, other cities in outside Tel Aviv, Arabs in the Tete Ho. Oko Israel, now ko old Jerusalem city, a ho and the Arabs in the na Jewish army, a ko old city, no gated city, old Jerusalem no, otra strip no, Queen of Sheba Fie the last, not just what do old Jerusalem nimo. Arabs on quantity to. Enti Kofi, how you see it say, or find it you, the weapons, had the co inside, a drain numera, no more pee, no major Arabs in the hall. Omni unkruno, that side, and no mate. Elat, o call Israel, a sro hobebia, omti to hobebia. So one wonders, say Kofi say, oh Israel, you don't know the difference between the two. So why is the world, where Arab, where Jewish? Arab Jews, SAO. Where Palestinians are Jewish. Or can Arab, or can we, or can Jew. So Kofi, where you don't see, they are one people. It's politics that divides them. Now, Shababia Omu issue now started from way back in the 40s or 60s, Israel had called it an independent. And the attempt of the world, attempt of Israeli Prime Minister Sabichem up to the time of Yasser Arafat and Ishaq Rabin under President Clinton, the effort to resolve the issue, especially in 1994, especially 93, 92, etc. Kofi, I was in Israel on the November 5th. When was that? November 4th, 1995, when Ishaq Rabin was killed. I was there on Ben Yehuda Street near Takana Magazine. Because my uncle was living there. I had paid him a visit when they killed him. Why did they kill him? Yegal Amir, and then a brother, and then the third person, they killed him because there was a rally in support of the Oslo Accord. The Norwegian Oslo Accord said Ishaq Rabin was prepared. Said, let us accept them. Yema omu peace, omu have omu country. The conservative Israel said, no, omu ntiase. That is why that boy was recruited to finish Rabin. Look at the interesting scenario. Rabin was assassinated 4th November 1995. 9 years. 11th November 2005. Now, Yasser Arafat was also there in a very funny circumstances. Yasser Arafat away. Yasser Arafat was rendered a fugitive, was declared fugitive. The capital was Hamamet Hamamleif in Tunisia. I want to know where he ran and the government from. Israelis army went there to kill him. But it's interesting. So we're talking about bombings, we're talking about etc. Kofi, Israel 9 million population to 10 million. The size of the army, the reservists inquires about 460,000. And no war about 500,000 SRL ho. See standby army. Ghana population of 30 million. Your army about 15,000. But what are they saying? Till today, as we speak, Palestinians, they don't have army. Palestine hasn't got a land army. Only Navy and only Air Force. Or Palestinian state security. And or what Palestinian civil police services or police force, which is about 8,000. Your friend said the army no, just 5,000. But only army, you show me uniform keke. And now she said only IDF, and the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, which is one of the best in the world. On to standing. But the point is that time Yitzhak Rabin night na yegal ekuno no. At that time a week before this issue no, Israeli army did the same thing against the will of the Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, who didn't like that. But the army, that is Israel, the defense minister takes his decision and the whole Israel follows. The Prime Minister can deal with politics, but the defense will deal with the defense of Israel and Israelis. Until yourself at time no, omu bubu ya no da dem say, ebu ni dan no dem no, ebu half, but woman kun na what them. Through that, nasa we no mu go through no, na ho, no mo koche we say, and in the end no, within that time Oslo Accord ni mo no, and Yitzhak Rabin all year rally to promote peace with and uye into uye no. They left Arafat and that time no guns were in his throat. Before say Israeli army, Israel as a nation, even to formalize say ukunu yakunu days in the son. Omko na yes Arafat to her. They didn't do anything to him. Those two guys, any Shimon Peres, are women to man solve Israeli Palestinian issue under President Clinton. No, that issue, this topic, is gone to bed. It can never, because President Clinton diplomatically tried everything. Said, or no, said no per Syria, no per agro. He brings Yasser Arafat. He likes him so much. Yitzhak Rabin was a very liberal Israeli person, but my good friend Bibi Netanyahu, he's pro-Israel. But when Bibi Netanyahu is weakening the politics, then he uses the Israeli-Palestine to gain support. The patriots here. Yeah. And Arabs, provoke. Yes, we understand. But Israel for na catches is over 2 baha. Ekum nipa ba kwa. Yaba bekum 12. Ukum 2 yabekum 24. Na kofi imagine say a whole Israeli Defense Force. So I na dream pass obekwa. Obekum ni Arab states na kum. O no bekum. But politically no, ain't ni di actually. I mean my history. Adana Trump wo no. Sadio Yama. It is not because Trump na or any skills be or the team here. But Trump had problems at home with his governance. And his best friend is Bibi Netanyahu. So Trump didn't want, because Israel issue, where American president Ninya Bapea and the expose of foreign, because America for almost foreign a policy. No, the first item, the first topic in the Israeli-Palestine issue. It is a rockwa ubenya heat. So Trump was able to use his camaraderie, his friendship with Bibi Netanyahu. Say ajubre manema. Na me so me solve me problem of you. Enti nyese na ni ho so omu beko. But senkreade a Trump ko ni second term o win ya. Enka fight to na still be saba. Nanke be saba. Kofi Ghanaian say what Israel. When you roam Israel, you are in the enclave. Moving to Jordan or moving to any other part is difficult. Syria side is difficult. Lebanon side you don't even try. Syrian side you don't even try. The only exit that you have will be the Jordan side, which is also difficult. And the okra when you kotoma, che upie everywhere or go out. And at Benjamin Airport, no so the only place at exit point. A do kotoma wakem. But they should bear in mind, say, surprisingly, no, rockets near the idea burning in within Israel there. I am share honey fire alarms, bomb alarms, no. And there,
a bit bad, not
a bit bad. Say, omo, you know, omo to me intercepted. Yeah. Yeah, so what country? Now all the time we do baby. We say about 2 months. No majai. But thankfully, thank God, a woman Israel, Palestine, a woman yeah, Sebia, a dying, Nini Pawum. They severe it and make sure they break it down. Omudiano, they are not fighting a religious war. It is a political war. And it's a war and agenda via British, Americans, and other interested parties in a setting. And Adaho and Abepimne. They are not fighting because somebody is Israeli doesn't fight because you are Muslim. No. And Palestine is not fighting because they are Jewish or they are Christians. No. They are fighting because of politics, via agenda, via and conformity. That makes this issue either Quranic or biblical. It is difficult for anybody to explain. But what I will say is one of the top agenda of world politics. And then Emma United Nations Security Council. Meetings upon meetings, allowances upon allowance, Tea Party, KOFI, she. They just bring the subject to mention adjournment, postponement. The people are still dying. And Obibabu say, why there can be the voiceless Palestine for looking at the fact, say, if 193 countries are recognizing, very few countries of the world, including Sudan, Nigeria, and these countries here, recognize Ghana could make an attempt. Once Ghana were sly, our country will be a sly. Ghana no, or should that recognizes Palestine state, but we are the same Ghana no, ono nene say instrumental ama Yasser Arafat Palestine ye honorary member of the African Union. I want a seat. I want to know join in the block or join in no. Ukrom for ka ho from the Saturday my the Yasser Arafat no jikru we say deeper. But what I say. But a basse ye a team aka say Palestine. You are recognizing as a country no. You woman bembazi. But you ain't even fire the uncle. But you chronas our embassy of Jerusalem. But what you are then asking? And you even recognize it. Palestine and Yamana diplomatic hangover and hang home. But what I say? And Omomote Israel. Obika they are safe. But Omu who said this is not the first time, this is not the most. In the 90s was riskier than this. Because of timelessly, American President Sabano Obiaba Obaba echo the stand said United States stands with Israel. What I say? Yeah. They stand with them. And any issue, ebi man say man focus Joe Biden, Democrats. That is not the case. It is the State Department policy of the United States Foreign Ministry, Foreign Affairs, and the country American NSA or back Israel. They can try and make an attempt, say yen solve. But KOFI Israeli issue any Palestine are they best solve baby no we are say. They are not prepared to solve the issue. But they can only arise say European Union for now started Kasa. The first country that plays the neutral card, normally the role of Israel, Palestine, and Germany, only in the demonstration. Norway, Denmark, Switzerland be nti more now other countries in Europeans in put pressure no na a loosen up. I remember very well in 1992 it got to the height Germany acquired then a call of Israeli ambassador say on close to their office in Berlin because it poses a threat, a world issue. But Kofi, that's where we find ourselves. That's where we find ourselves.
Okay. Obi say anytime Kofi meet this man, he always looks like an illiterate. And when I saw Chacha, me no ya because I enjoy his lecture and facts or the Emma. Was say fighting is their hobby. Munya womu Joe Labante and ocho YouTube comments section ni na make no. Was he sick of his face? He looks lost. I don't know what he's saying. Was say okay? He doesn't know what he's saying. I didn't know for. I say wow. Daniel said best and ocho and
the for home.
Everyone for was it Kofi? Please give him Obama chocolate for me.
Pacho. Unyame Pacho why? Oma di Oma.
Kingdom citizen. Obama chocolate na say akwaji bibedi ache.
Pacho nsuo kra ba Kofi amam bi na Obama chocolate na. Oma di sefa di na de.
Da bi nsuo no say ye kasa kwasa na ye ma nsuo anhwa na.
Da wo dey amam glass. So mo obi ametu nsuo ntumo person be advert. Mo dey amontistically free ho.
Was it Kofi wants to find an excuse to end the show? Asemo. We
oh yeah, sure.
Aka nanka aka ba kon.
Dehina. Dehina.
Na aka ku de no.
Kube.
Oh,
Chad de.
Okay,
Kofi Pacho. It's West African affair.
Yeah.
Sorry. Chad.
Yeah.
And yet Chad de no. The funniest theory that anybody would imagine. What I say?
Yeah.
Kofi. Idris Deby. That is his name. Okay. Idris Deby. 1990 AL-2 Habri. The first general elections, democratic elections from here was 1995. And I also in winning as a president, being a head of state from 1902 Habrin. And it's Deby Kofi, where you obia, where you celebrated. But French culture, French system, 5 years now, omoko. Deby, what when it first, now we call 5 years, now we call 5 years. Kofi, what call 6 times. One kasano Deby near Air Force. Now, if you look at this funny story, it's a country bank of the world. I'm yet to find one, not even America, come more bigger army. Obama Muhammad, Deby Itno. Yeah. 37-year-old boy. Come back to sorry, how many years?
Baby.
Okay. Imagine say 37-year-old boy. Na Kofi, what you do 4-star general.
Yeah, Ghana embassy, Tel Aviv. I think,
Tel Aviv, yes. 4-star general and I'll push you do ban. Now, Oma Idris Deby no more con. A yet fact rebels. No. Kofi, these were part of guys, sir. Or no munina na ye coup. Edi 2 Habri. Omi ye coup di 2 Habri we no. And a call ye Burkina for Palace School. And a call ye a free fanny a champion a free fanny kotoka. And a call ye a champion a kufado coup nibi. Palace School. And the time now, Omu 2 Habri we no. And Deby na dwen say opese o che ono an boys no no mama metu and no dwane call desert in so they went out there to the Sahel side of the desert and no mo form jihadi group. Now jihadi group will share top ho. But it's all taken from the northern part of Nigeria. Now call Ekodu the Agadas climbing our Niger. Now from Agadas Eko Arlet. Oko Asamaka, that is the equator belt. With the back this side of the Nigeria, Cameroon, Gongola state, northern part of Cameroon, Are you getting me? Yeah. Garwa, Mundu, Garwa, Mande, Gandiri, Ede ko Chad in Jamina, Eko Ewa Chad na. Chad is the 8th biggest country of the world. On population, it's just only 15 million. 8th biggest in terms of land. And normal desert in so. Now over 37 years, one shut down called university. So or call university and your degrees no their bay. Who go training of France army, small time now didn't buy. And now be the commander. Before the world realized we are in general, 4-star. And on the fact a phone fact for the aircon. In the country need resources, resource. Resource in terms of money now, Sabo and Honeko. France, our idea be said, Chad only the strongest army force, and indeed, out of the world, who can ground troops fighting there. They are one of the best on the African continent, not even the Nigerian.
Chad for me.
Yeah, Chad. Oma force but ground troop fighting. Ethiopia yusuomo, Nigeria yusuomo, Cameroon yusuomo, African Union yusuomo, and United Nations yusuomo because they can fight on the ground in the desert. And in the banner head of the army, I'll fight with the rebels. Kofi Shasem will say, funny theory. Obia when you're 68 years. Your elections, 5 days, while when 80%. I will back up with seat mandate. Nature so back 36 years. Where the capture 31 years. Where enter 36. Kofi your president, who win here. Was acceptance speech you crowd my. You're swearing in. We are all soldier then. Now why na me ba out and Arian. Ebe family se me ba na military. And all desert no ne rebels so kwa. Na ma wene ne papa president. Na me ba na be fam say papa let's go on the desert. Me call offensive, let's go and fight. Now was a civilian government where you jacket a guho. We are old Air Force man. Now was a military uniform. Now I go deep into the forest, the desert, about 100 kilometers away. Walk up a woman no mako. Coffee, it is not true. Ne ban stage ne papa no. Eh, na dwen say on so no papa na didia because Juice Derby is a very strong man. Ne ho aden physically nipa so wa hodin. O hwe 68 years no. Ah, onya ngugu ye no. Papa be di ache. And sanity dia onya bi obedi. So in my view, only friends and the gang here. Na say oh yeah, I'm a commander. Who one kasa 37-year-old, the youngest general in the world. Wo enko desert no so. Aso na wote. And our country nuska. America Moscow, France Moscow, so fight with jihadists and Islamists. Any Boko Haram ni adadi nyina ono nyina abeko. Na wo wa fa papa ne de no koho. O de no koya Kofi. You only brought his body. The country has a constitution. Yaya election. Only vice president the coalition no. Wawu. The French culture and the French system no, governance system no. A speaker of parliament. Already there was a speaker of parliament. Who becomes the president supposed to be the speaker of parliament? What do papa edina ko desert? Nipa dudu ewuka no hunde yenim. One farmer. You only show the world bullets. Now water desert in so for over 10 years. Ah wo na o papa no de ne ko no wodi ne ko gina ahene ehin no mu ambushi no na yetima kumo papa no you only brought the body of your father to N'Djamena only to announce say my father had been assassinated at the front, the battlefront, the war front, the belts. Your co papa de ultimate the body wa mo de body ne bande rebels na nyama nkumo papa no kwa na target no mkokoku no abra obagina acceptance yebe ni so in odi be du ye na Kofi no aka che say the Supreme Military Council any soldiers ni nyina back say brabe take over the country for the next 18 months military eka che so be take over 18 months no asa be ye another election. What kind of election again? Do you understand me? Yeah, election president now winning o papa winning only vice na oho ye was speaker of parliament o papa na wua automatic ze swear in and a we the next day krana back speaker of parliament na beba
yeah prepare na
yeah prepare now o there o buy na 18 months who be see to the affair no asaya a debe election bill and Kofi some of us I take the dynamics of these things no the mindset of the French boys Joseph Kabila Senior Emra of Okonya Otu Mobutu they fought in the bush one po Kagame mu nyina support ye Yoweri Museveni boys support ye our because he himself was not original, he's not original Congolese, but somehow no, or the Kabila is known to be a Tanzanian. Our be fighting or Katanga what me be two more Mobutu to yen. Neba Kabila Junior. Oh papa dia di saying. Now no any bodyguard. Po no akumo papa. Adechi ana military force and your papa who are president. Obey president will do how many years? He is the first person to be a president of a country out of 4 vice presidents. Kabila. Confidence obi kumne papa. Obi akumo papa. Confidence be send pade. Unya kwa be president.
Fa no ho nche no kra.
Obey ndey.
Oh,
we busa say sa guy no kum Kabila papa no. Boy no way. And how old was Kabila?
And to say any be na see your child dey say na no so aba.
Kabila's father, the band originated here. Child, the boy no kum ni papa no. But they said the politicians are talking. People are reading meaning. Even Omo border, Central African Republic, Bongi. They said this is we cannot understand. A lot of African presidents, but the Kofi, the toothless your friend say, dog. African Union. Obian timi musai. Etimo bama kwama this boy. Sorry the uniform. I saw an interim head of state. I was Chad. I created a lot of problems. I beko 18 months. African Union could from you manon kasai. I dama wuya no. Why na be edi na de. Onu kra net fan so on the wu natural death no. Why na edi na de. Ne ban be di en yetimatu no. Look at their ages. Kabila fa ne papa de no 32 around. Eya the Mabefa and the papa ni he was around 32, 33, 34. This boy is 37. Now Kofi, find the then papa old man, 68 years. And then no desert yako, now the nako jina home. President, and your military leader, on your head of state. No akukuno. Now the body about no better national. I know yes you. Usu be 18 months. No after atoba. Ya atoba. Kofi na ya atoba send Vice President didn't take no more Vice President. And as the Speaker of Parliament, Namunya swear in. And it is some of these issues. But thank God you chrome honey there. Sanya mamiya sure.
Nasana na manokra nanado mano.
Oh, there be sa ye ni sa de no ha. Ye ni sa de no ha. Military crime timi yesa. And again we've gone beyond, we've gone way out of that. Say coup d'etat and those kind of. Because see any military base. Crime will be a kutema you coup. So yeah. That's one beautiful thing Jerry Rollins did. So make sure you mean military barracks in Guni na because that land the one who na akrogovi. But the civilians do you continue and go
yeah, semo. Kwame eze are I say greet my boss, his Uber driver in Tema.
Say guy be your family. Yeah, I think Kwame Ford. Yes.
Kwame,
God bless you. Yes.
Oh, show pa.
Oh, okay.
Kwame, adiasa kwada. Also, Kofi don't end the show now.
Oh, sir.
I beg, allow the man to flow.
Flow as in what?
The next 3 hours. SNY.
The next 3 hours. But show me eyes. I have to go and sleep.
Yeah, no cry. How much him is somewhere you may Angel until say me kwada kakra. Mame Jackson say, I said, okay, there. I say movie. I say, sounds just like a movie trailer. And the way I didn't papa no call, so
yes, Okokun does that you know nobody president. He will be this it was 18 months. Now papa president no afana de no Okokun toka.
Interesting, but yes, you the Efrisa and Yama who do it in your mammy, say a webwire. Yes, I say from the top, Yaba, Eddie, Ababe sit down. Yes, seem to me, Amy, but me say, yet to me, I could be pa. So wo hwe ya kai na hye ne so say odi sika e manifia e tap send ene apa me kan for ma say download na use wo download na obi say promo code a bo KOFI TV ehim na wo mo enche osika eye £5 free of charge. Sanso ena me kan for e the amount say Unac digital open digital locks say yes security locks ibi de ade anim hwa na ebie won say siso na ebie ni nyina wo mo ye bia a very durable quality ankasa wo su dan na open locks a ene wo mo ni nkomo na wo mo enmeye wo dan ni nyina emfa ema sanso ena Ethiopian airline wo tukwan a ya fly Ethiopian airline na emu ede say Vehicle 20 eye eduro sonko immune booster eboa ekele niema bebre ayewe system no mu a emwa yen rashes bi kra na google ho a etuni na ase ema ho eto Capfarm still out da so gina so 65% watete niema no so koto gas cooker na cooking niema ni nyina bi fama maame Mother's Day bosomi a yewo mu ya yeguso a yenya enwiye sanso ena right claims ope alaya for ewo UK ni Europe a ebia adwuma mu wanya how plane ena delay abroso anase wanya problem bi bomodi ane from no win no pay womo win ni case ni mawa ena wetua just some percentage kitwa bi of sika no a wombeje ede amount no sanso ena KTA phones womo the smartwatches ede aba womo the KTA new phones aba super womo de ane ko Amazon na search na pebi neto na weni enyo pebi ogana ha number na wase no fra wonsa ebetwimi akabi sanso ena Sankofa restaurant Udru Dubai na obedidi na wani agya Sankofa restaurant in American farm omode ane frɛ omo obe deliver aduane na abro hotel ana so person restaurant wankasa udru ha omemu aduane no ebiedi wankasa che omenu Ghana aduane a opɛ na womo enwa emfa emawo kwa mixture eye edru nwanwaso bi a ebo adwuma gye omanfo nkwapa eninti eye na wapebi womo eton bi ewo Joy FM opposite opɛ udru ha kokomlemle mo ho benye bi ana se odwani kiremu Green Hand Junction North Kaneshi wo center no ho Green Hand Junction ho no obo se center of awareness e just junction so obenya bi e ho nso na atumi aboa wo bomodian na pebi na entumi eni wakaginamu tapo me se tapo type sesia ghanamat.com ne ko ho provisions to fast send the ebusuafo e wo fi o me deliver na ten omo tobi omo ye niema bebre e wo ho and it just go and explore na enije entumi emra wesu ne ebegina na openi Farouk AL-WAHAB enkoma oni eba bedi ye no yede ne besi yeda asepa ene wo bre
KOFI meda asila say just right now pick for say people say today I spoke too much of bro intimepa omcho say next year say next interview no I'll try my best it's difficult sometimes me struggle kakra but that does not mean say me so something me kasa me can't me pa mucho say whoever yes we translate on YouTube
Eric Pope and so I say I salute you AL-WAHAB okay Joseph Accra thanks for watching.
The person
hey, I call 2K.
Oh, no. What a nice. You dear, I'm ready to point up Latana. Young and Moja, and there we had the actual work. And on Mother's Day, I was a friend, was some Debbie man. Sumo! Stamma Pilato!
Hello.
Yedi kan me fra wada wase. No maka we say perform adwena wo for Mother's Day. Ti 65% no egusu atuam kwesi kusumi ya wieye. Ti mo man for sunte.
Digital Zakios. Did you see? I don't have a phone. Bassy. Coca Cherry man for. Send me. Shimra. One sort of mommy. And I want Shannon to know this easy. Utati! He said, Kafa. I'm gonna easy. Go! Come on, the room.
You go somewhere, Homari so.
Just so.
And I'm Maria and super so I know didn't come up.
Obapu Maria. Santa Maria.
Nani ankwa no ka una na ho sa den dey. Aso you make say we slave queen.
Kafa Sati Mama promo. Shawu mami. Still 65% off.
Hello everyone. The list of nominees for the Ghana Music Awards USA is out. You can now vote for your favorite artist and nominees. Please vote online via www.gmaus.votinghubgh.com. Or if you live in Ghana, you can vote on any mobile network. Just text *714*66#. Then enter their voter ID. Wait and follow the prompt to complete your voting. You can also vote on Facebook. Simply log on to our Facebook page at Ghana Music Awards USA. Then click to join the Ghana Music Awards USA voting group. After approval, begin to scroll down and click on the link for your favorite artist to cast their vote in their categories. It's very simple and easy. Now the question is, who will make history at the grand finale? Who wins the ultimate Artist of the Year, both in Ghana and in America?
Adonko Ghana Music Awards USA 2021.
Celebrating our culture, music, and our stars.
This event is sponsored by Angel Group of Companies, producers of Adonko Next Level Energy Drink, Angel Broadcaster Network, Lordican Home Care LLC, Van Dash LLC, Alcare Skincare Mixture, Swag of Africa, Media Partners.
KOFI TV interview. Ntia na mani ajetra me di pen mo. KOFI TV interview has been vetted and approved by the SDA.
Michael, we support the new system. Yeah, Minya, Mama, Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go to the
Miko support my boost phone in our immune system. Hey, what's a Michael t-shirt? Mato t-shirt. The pamba be fan kind of. Your t-shirt to go, mommy.
Boss, champion, Mr. Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Michael is supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
They're both fruits. On who you to bear. We see Yanchun there. Eba.
Fancy kakrana from Mexico. And a ye betty both fruits. Mekume be a ready. And a pa kokone. Mammy ala catching mammy. Namindie. And teaching mammy. Namindie.
Puff mix. Aye, buffalo, I am mixing that. Dankasa.
Do hear the pure half.
And pure water half. For mixing. Katasusi or 25 minutes.
Let's ask Yachi.
And Yakojo. Opeduduetua for 055-63-000-40. Coop's original buffalo puff mix. One bite is not enough.
FDA aji ejwadi nkra to yato.
God, you smart pan. This I can do. Very smart.
no be na mo hwa aware for money agisa no.
Top Hub app. And ya download your mobile phones so ya hwe be na very interesting.
Top Hub app. No, yes, spelling is saying
TOPHUB. Musicians, movie actors, comedians, and event organizers. Edu omo contents. And now on shows. Ego Top Hub app no so no. Ama wo twa won kamo nyesika gu mboto mu no. No man for so at the comfort of their homes. I download Top Hub app no. Ehwe bisa.
Say you betimi kra dia chef virtual concert. Any African movies bia.
Exactement.
Wow.
French for Beka.
Eno na ye bieti ho ehwe bie no. Ewiase afana ba bia wo no. Wunya wo exclusive and original African movies. Me person me download na me hwe bi say ya.
Call Apple and Google Play Store, Smart TV, and answer one website, tophubonline.com. What download you via, not subscribe or no.
Wow! African movies, any series, Papa B, Makahaya. Top Hub app,
home of quality African movies and series.
Hello, welcome to Yonak Digital. Here, we deal in security locks, smart locks, intelligent locks, which are ideal for corporate institutions, for banks, real estate, forex bureau, and many more.
Here at Yonak, we have a variety of locks. This is our facial recognition lock, barometric lock. This is our little barometric lock. It's ideal for front aluminum glass doors.
You can locate Yonak Digital at Wager, SCC Junction off the DVLA road.
Call us on 0553-892370 or WhatsApp us on 0507-242299.
Yonak Digital, security in style.
UK average memoha. Now when your car akwenshie bi a enyo fo. Anase adokita fo ahwe wa wan hwe yi. Right claim betumi aboa wa ma wagisi campaign bebre. Ya wo UK a lawyer fo etitru anase ekuku damfo a ombetumi aboa wo akonku ama. Kosi se we sika no beba. Eno ani se wo be ko www.rightclaims.co.uk. Na wa file wo form. Obetumi afre yen wo number ya ewu fige ase. Say a cancel of flight. And now say when your flight delay for over don shremiensa. May try 3 hours. Enko bebia. Right claims bet me abuawa ma ahanso wa Jessica. Right claims. It's as simple as that.
Food is universal, but taste is peculiar to Kent Corp. Kent Corp is a franchise coffee shop where we prepare all your healthy cravings from mouth-watering smoothies, milkshakes, coffee, cappuccinos, and cocktails. Talk of sumptuous Ghanaian salads and sandwiches. You will bite your tongue. Cheesy cakes, velvet cakes, brownies are also not left out. We take orders for weddings, parties, and any other occasion. Locate us in Accra, opposite Chisa Petsa, on the Hatcher Road on the Wisconsin Street. In Kumasi, we are located at shop number 66 inside the Kumasi Mall near the Apple Shop. Kent's Cup, taste so authentic.
KTA Mobile, KTA Mobile, technology worth sharing. It's the future.
Biker, we support the new system. Yeah, mama biker.
Pacho, wa Tony ni.
Let's not go be able to go many better.
Me ko support my business for your new system. Hey, asa che Biker t-shirt. Mato t-shirt. Me ko ba be fan kan no. Ni t-shirt go mama.
Boss, champion, boss, Mr. Only one.
Okay.
Biker is supporting a new system.
And your well-being.
Let me say.
KOFI TV interview ntia na mani ajetra me di pen mo. KOFI TV interview has been vetted and approved